Hey, teamhestkuk here. We're doing a deck profile finally. Sorry for all you who've waited for this on Karakuri's, Ryan's Karakuri deck. Sorry.
Yep, and this is just like an updated version. Not much has changed, but I will explain what I have changed. So like, what's remained the same is one glow bulb, one barrel, your 3 strategist, 3 Komachi, and that's your tuners for the deck. Your non-tuners are 3 merchant, 1 Sazank, 2 quick, 1 hypa, and 3 soldier, followed by 2 Nanashik, which is a dead draw unless you have instant fusion. Not instant fusion. Komachi, machine duplication hand, then it's God hand. But other than that, it's just in there so you can special summon it from the deck and sync for 8s instead of just going 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7. And it's necessary for the build. Alright, now we're going on to the spell cards, which is what the deck is mostly composed of. 1 heavy, 1 dark, 1 monster reborn, followed by mind control, limiter, avarice, book of moon, 2 MSTs, 2 instant fusions, and this is where it changes. I took out my Karakuri anatomy and my Karakuri cash because I'm building a more consistent version of my deck. It's still really derpy, but it's more consistent. So double creature swap, which is pretty godlike. Like, I'll win games because I gave them like a soldier and I took their scrap dragon, or I took their Zen mains. It's just like in this format, it seems people are just like, they'll special summon 1 boss monster and then end their turn. So I'll just like set something, creature swap, take their monster, and then pretty much screw them over. So it's a really good card in this deck. And then followed by machine duplication, because it's the machine dupe scoop. Enough said. Then your traps, which there's more of this time around. I stand by 2 prison. And then these 2 is just player preference. These 2 can be warning, bottomless, or solemn. So like I prefer compulse. I like warning, but not in this deck because I use instant fusion. And I use my life points as a buffer, so I can like, you know, take damage and the next turn explode. So like, I really like compulse though. And then there's 1 trap death shoot. And that's the deck in its entirety. Here's the extra deck. It hasn't changed, for the exception of 1 card. So there's still 1 beast, 1 Barkion, and 1 Landois. They still win me games. 2 Bure, 2 Burrito, 2 Cybersaurs, 1 Catastor, 1 Brio, 1 Black Rose, 1 Stardust, 1 Scrap Dragon, and like the MVP of the deck, I believe, is Leviair. Leviathan. Is because, like, you know, I'll instant fusion and I'll get all my tuners to the field. Like, I'll usually instant fusion a Komachi or a strategist, and they'll usually wait for me to normal summon or instant fusion so they can warning that. So all I have on the field is 3, you know, tuners that have to attack. So I'll just overlay into Leviathan. So it's another option. It's more consistent. It's a card that adds consistency to the deck. And then the side, I really wish I had 2, but I only have 1 Shadow Imprisoning Mirror. 1 Divine Wrath. That would be a Shadow Imprisoning Mirror if I had a second one, but I really like Divine Wrath as well. Double debunk. And then this deck can side into a fissure build, and I'll show you what that is. So for the fissure, if I want to side it in, I'll do a hypa, triple Cyber Dragon, and then triple dimensional fissure. And the reason why I'll side into this is against decks that are like, you know, graveyard reliant, like Machina, Dark Worlds, Fables. Like this, like if you side this in, it just rapes their deck. They can't do anything. And agents, you take away their graveyard. I really like it. Like, I only use it against people that heavily rely on their graveyard.
The decks, basically.
Yeah. And the reason why I don't main deck it is because it makes my deck slow. And then 1 MST, I cited a 3rd MST, then 2 Smashing Ground for stun decks, and then 1 Chimera Tech because game 2 I always side this in because they'll side in Cyber Dragons
If they're smart, they'll
If they're
side
smart,
in Cyber
yeah.
Dragons.
So if they leave a Cyber Dragon on their field, I'm gonna make them take it away from them. And that's pretty much your side. The deck has still been doing pretty good, except I don't know, like, seems the hands have been a little shitty recently, but for the most part, the deck is very good. And that's just my updated build for this format.
So yeah, anywho, if you have any questions or comments or any suggestions, go ahead and just post them on there or send us a message. Anywho,
Comment, rate, subscribe.
There we go, that word.
There we are.
Anywho, yeah, later.